What's up, everyone? I thought I'd do a short video on an herb called Mugwort. I don't know if you can see that. It's called Artemisia vulgaris, and the common name is Mugwort, Mugwort. Now, marijuana is illegal in the state of Kansas. So I don't have access to marijuana, nor am I allowed to smoke it in Kansas. So I often use mugwort as a substitute. Although it has psychoactive effects, it's nothing like marijuana. And often it's an old herb that people have used throughout history for various reasons. Women have used it for their reproductive issues. They say do not use it when you're pregnant because it may cause a miscarriage, but it helps with menstruation. Some workers used to, or soldiers used to put it in their shoes to keep them from getting tired, and some other people used it for forms of divination and astral projection and dream work. It is commonly used as a medicinal plant in places like Asia, Europe, the United States, and throughout the world. It can be found everywhere. It grows wild. You can collect it out in the wild if you can identify it. I'm not very good at identifying plants, but I know what plants certain herbs do, and I like to study that occasionally. But mugwort can be eaten or smoked or put in a satchel and in a satchel to carry around, or you can put it in your pillow and it will give you dreams, prophetic dreams, in fact. Many psychics use it to help with their psychic abilities in divination and such. In Asia, it is often used as a food or a moxibustion medicine technique. If you don't know what moxibustion is, it's those little cylinders that you see. They're lit on fire and they're placed on the body. And it's kind of like a safe form of acupuncture where you don't need acupuncture. You could just use mugwort as a moxibustion, and it will burn and relieve the pain and problems within your body. I use it to smoke as an herbal supplement. As you can see, it's not marijuana by any. It's fluffier than marijuana. It's broken up. It's just like kind of pillowy. So, and it's nothing. I wouldn't say it's a good substitute for marijuana, but it does have psychoactive effects. And a lot of those are dealing with like things like divination and uh, psychic dreams and psychic awareness and psychic other things. So anything dealing with spirituality or those type of uh, things that you're interested in, and developing your third eye or your 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 psychic awareness and abilities. Like I said, I smoke it. It's legal throughout the world. It has divinatory properties. It's a great way to relax. And it's not terribly bad to smoke, um, or use as a moxibustion technique. So, um, like I said, I do not recommend that pregnant women use this, but if you're a psychic medium, I do recommend using mugwort if marijuana is not legal in your state. Most places, marijuana is legal by now throughout the United States in one form or another, but not in Kansas. But mugwort is legal throughout the world. I'm very familiar with mugwort because as a child, my mother's from Korea. So it's used very commonly there. If you ever see mochi balls, and they're green, they're like a dark green mochi, not the light green, because the light green is usually green tea, but the dark green ones, those are made with mugwort. And I ate those as a child, and it would help me sleep and have these weird dreams that were prophetic. My mom also made mugwort into salads, and I loved it. I've always liked mugwort. I like the way it tastes. It was like if I was given an option between the different namu or kimchis, Korean kimchis to choose from, I often chose mugwort to eat because I just enjoyed the taste of it. I enjoyed what what it did for me. So it did have psychoactive effects as I was, you know, experiencing or eating these herbs as a child. It was very common in my household to eat strange herbs and plants that you wouldn't get in the United States usually. You would have to go to specialty Asian stores where they sold those things. Like I would eat bracken fern and bellflower root and oh gosh, so many different things. There were just so many to choose from that you wouldn't find them at your local grocery store. But many of these have medicinal qualities, and mugwort being one of them. I do recommend it to those who like to work with dream magic or astral projection. Um, it will help with those attributes. So if you're looking to induce certain trance states, that will help you develop your psychic abilities, then mugwort is a great herb to do that with. Like I said, it's not a substitute for marijuana. It's not. But though it has psychoactive effects, they are different from marijuana. Mugwort is more different in that it intunes. It's not as. It's not so much intoxicating in that sense, but it has its own qualities that will induce certain trances in certain states. Many shamans use it. It's like a common herb used in shamanic practices. So you might have visions while you're using it. You might have other things that might induce states of psychic abilities. So, so this is, my take on mugwort. I'm very familiar with it. Like I said, I've used it as ever since I was a little child. That it was common to eat and ingest mugwort, and to this day, I've just kind of branched off from that because I can't find the mugwort that I need to make the kimchis or the pickles or the salads that I want. But you can find it anywhere. I'm sure if you're in Central Park, New York City, I heard it grows wild just in the lawn there. So yeah, so this is mugwort. Like I said, it's legal and anybody can purchase it. It's really cheap. And you'll probably find it in your own backyard growing. So if you can identify plants, if you're a botanist and you can identify plants pretty well, then you'll probably find it growing wild everywhere. It's kind of an invasive weed. So I do recommend mugwort, and I hope this video was informative about it as to how to use it and what properties it can help you with, and what uses of pain and psychic abilities and anything to that degree. So you guys have a good day, Manji, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.